Boom. What's up, fam? Anthony Dream Johnson here today, founder of the 21 Convention, the 22 Convention, co-founder of the Redman Group, and CEO at 21 Studios. Here with episode 114 of the Redman Group with special guest AMS, Alpha Male Strategies. A lot of you guys probably know him from his YouTube channel. He's been blown up in recent years. I've heard him called that he's the next Elliot Hulse. You can actually see his website right there. And actually, before we get into his site and all this other stuff, he's actually an author too on Amazon, A lot of books we'll check out. Without further ado, please help me welcome to the show today, AMS. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good, man. Enjoying my weekend, getting ready to go on a trip. I really appreciate your time coming on the show, man.
No problem, man. Looking forward to it.
Fuck yeah. So before we get into I have a whole list of questions I want to go through here with you. Okay. Talk about a lot of game stuff, masculinity stuff, being alpha, what your thoughts are and all that. Let's go through your site. So we got your site here. And we got, you guys can actually visit that too, by the way, link in the description. And then you've been a pretty successful author here on Amazon, man. You got 403 reviews on your main book. This is your first book, Alpha Male Strategies?
Yes, that's the first one.
That's killer, man.
Thank you.
2018 it came out. Yeah, damn, dude.
Thank you.
These other ones here, Alpha Money Strategies, and then Advanced Game. So I got to get these myself. Are these in paperback too?
Yes.
Fuck yeah, I'm ordering up all these as soon as we're done, man.
Thank you, brother.
Add it to my giant collection of books behind me I got to read.
Thank you, man.
So before we get into all the questions I got and stuff, more specific ones, just some basic ones. How did you get started as a YouTuber and then eventually as a dating coach? What's the kind of backstory for the guys that don't know you?
Well, my issue was the issue I had with women was I had this one big issue that I couldn't freaking solve, and for the death of me, it was just killing me. All the high interest women. I ain't gonna say high interest. Say women I had high interest in, I had a hard time keeping them, and for the life of me, I couldn't figure out what the hell was I doing wrong. Any of the girls that I had like 7, 8s, probably even 9s, I had no issues. I couldn't get rid of them, but the women that I had high interest in, for the life of me, I could not figure out why I couldn't maintain them. So
this is after banging them and stuff.
This is after banging them, everything,
okay.
Everything. I just couldn't maintain their interest long period of time. And it was an issue that I had known all my life. And I finally got tired of it one day the guys still make fun of me because I still talk about this story from time to time. They said, damn, man, she must be really bad. I was like, but it got to a breaking point when I had this last chick about maybe 7 years ago now, I'm thinking, give or take. And, she was crazy about me, showing crazy high interest. I was crazy about her. And then slowly she started to pull away. And I said, here it goes again. I said, God damn it, it's happening again. For the life of me, I couldn't figure out what the hell is happening. Why is it a
Scooby-Doo mystery, man?
And so I went looking for answers and landed on Corey Wayne's channel.
Okay.
And shout out Corey Wayne. And Corey Wayne said, treat all women the same. That one little phrase I learned from Corey Wayne was treat all women the same. And from that day, as soon as I heard him say that, the bell went off in my head. I treated them different than I treated the other girls. I would call more. I would, when I was with them, I would be more affectionate, more touchy-feely. In other words, the women never had to wonder about where I stood as far as my feelings.
So you pushed them away, basically.
Pushed them away because I was coming on too strong because of my interest was too high. And so I heard Corey Wayne say, treat all women the same. And that was all my life. Every time I met a woman that I had super high interest in, I would push away and couldn't figure out what the world I was doing. Find Corey Wayne, and Corey Wayne said, treat all women the same. Do not treat these more. Don't call these more than, and that fixed it right there. And so shout out Corey Wayne. I tell guys that story all the time. They get tired of me telling that story about the one, but I tell guys when I bring up that story, and I tell guys that's why AMS is here. If it's not me trying to seek answers for that one, I said that's what led me to seek answers, and that quest for seeking answers made me solve all my problems. I was just treating those different than I was treating the other women. So shout out.
Oh yeah, Corey Wayne's awesome too, man. I got to meet him earlier this year. I interviewed him. He interviewed me for his channel. He's a great dude.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah, I love Corey Wayne. That's my dude.
Now, I wanted to get into this question or kind of this thing later, but let's do it now because I'm curious if it's related. So a couple days ago, I found this chick who's bitching about you. I think she just wants to bang you, basically. Anna Loza, AMS is heartbroken. Alpha male strategies response, 10 commandments of dating. I think that was a big video you did, 10 commandments of dating.
Yes.
What is up with? I mean, I don't know if this is specifically related to your kind of origin story with that, but what is the deal with this chick and this kind of criticism? Because I'm sure, you know, feminists and, you know, whoever the fuck on YouTube, they've said, oh, AMS is heartbroken. I get this shit too. Incel, you know, loser, you know, all this bull. So what's the deal with this, and what's your response to this kind of criticism in general?
Well, the thing is, if you go through their comments, right, and I hate even giving her that much attention if she see this interview. That's way too much attention. But I mean, we just gave her way too much attention. That's what she was craving for. I almost think she made that video so I'll make a response video, or maybe I'll come in the comments and now she feels better, all that validation. So if she see this interview, she's gonna be like,
well, she's even rubbing her hands when she opens the video. She wants a dick, man. That's all she wants, dude.
That's what it is. But the thing is, if you go through the comments, you see guys are not following it. You make those videos and you think guys, and if you go over there and you read the comments, guys are like, I don't know what you're talking about. This guy changed my life, blah, blah, blah. I read the comments. And so you read all the comments and all the guys are like, I don't know what you're talking about. This guy changed my life, blah, blah, blah. My life was crap before I met this guy or whatever. Those are shaming tactics. Yeah. And women are masters at it. Anytime you start discussing anything about women that they don't like, they resort to shaming tactics. I've heard it from men and stuff like that. So, but the guys, I don't worry about a response and stuff like that because the guys don't fall for it. And if you go through the comments, the guys are tearing her a new ass. On that video, she made 2 videos and the other video, which lets me know that, you know what, your trick was to tell my guys, oh, that guy, don't listen to that guy. He's heartbroken. Well, the guy's letting you know that this guy here is more of a life coach than a dating coach.
It got a ton of downvotes too. Like obviously the guys were just nailing it, which is good. You know, fuck
right,
her.
Exactly. But she loves it. You guys got to understand. Don't comment. Don't do nothing. She loves it. And she actually made another video, basically admitting that she loves it. And that's the thing. If she didn't love it, guys, y'all guys must understand. She would block and delete your comments. The fact that she don't lets you know she's cherishing it. She wakes up every day like, another one. I suckered another one in. You know why? Because she's doing what the average woman does, getting you all centered. I'm gonna talk about your guy you love, and now you're hot and bothered, and I'm gonna sit back and laugh and eat cookies. That's
it's very standard female behavior. They're obsessed with getting that attention, whether it's Instagram or YouTube channel. They just want to get it. Especially the ones who are unhealthy or just trolling and shit like that. Yeah, no, I mean, no doubt. People don't get it too. On YouTube, downvotes actually help a video. When you bitch about a video, YouTube's like, oh, it's captivating or polarizing, so they want to send traffic to it.
Right, exactly. That's the guys don't understand that some of the biggest videos on YouTube got an equal amount of even and down votes. Even though it got a lot of down votes, it's still what kills is that watch time. Yeah.
But I mean, personally, though, I think it's good. You got haters. I mean, that's kind of a sign of success. As you get bigger and bigger, you're gonna get all these haters and shit that come after you, girls and guys, you know, whatever. And they're gonna lob all this bullshit at you. So I think it's part of the game, part of the journey.
When you first get on YouTube, maybe you thin skin and some of that stuff bother you. I'm to the point now. I don't. It does nothing. Matter of fact, I'll even go this far, Tony. I don't even search my name on YouTube no more. I just say whatever the hell you want to. I don't even search alpha male strategy in the search bar on YouTube to see if anybody made videos. Period. If I haven't done it in over a year now. Just let people say I'm not responding to shit. So that's how I keep. And people around me know. Don't even speak no negativity around me. Don't when somebody you see a video made about me, got people around me know. Don't call me or hit me with that bullshit. I block you. I don't because you bringing negativity into my life. I don't bring it into my life. I don't address it.
So you're very strict philosophy, focusing on positivity for positive content, basically.
Right, exactly.
It's like a brain diet, man. Food, diet for the soul.
And if you ain't got haters, guys have to understand. If you don't have haters, you ain't doing something right. You only get haters when you're doing. If AMS was over there saying that same stuff, the exact same stuff, getting 2,000 views a video, guess what? That woman you just showed, she don't make that video. And I'm talking about let's say all my videos were the exact same, but I was only getting 2,000-3,000 views a video, she don't even waste her time making that video. She don't. Shout out Tony Bruno, man. She only made that video because you can use my name for clickbait.
Yep. Yeah, she's just built. She's basically leeching off of your success, is what she's doing.
Exactly. So. We call that clout chasing.
Yeah. Let's talk. Hang on. Let's talk.
They call that clout chasing.
Yeah. Let's talk about this. So I wanted to ask you about the sleazeball phenomena. I've seen I've seen your fans start debating this stuff, and they fight with each other. They're like, sleazeball yes, sleazeball no.
Yes.
So talk to me about the sleazeball phenomena. What's the deal with what's the current status on sleazeballs?
Well, my thing is I morph. Guys, if you know those guys, I don't really say it no more, but
okay.
Guys can hold on to it or whatever. But my lingo has morphed so many times in these almost 3 years since I've been on YouTube. It's done morphed so many times. Like I don't think I said sleazeball in a long time. But the guys still, they watch the old videos where I used to say it. But my lingo has morphed. If you go and watch some of my first videos, a lot of the verbiage that I use in those first videos, I don't even say anymore. But the guys they still like the sleazeball lingo or whatever. So I don't have an issue with it.
And what is the sleazeball? Where does that come from? That was for lying to women or some shit?
No, the sleazeball come from the phrase of doing what's best for you.
Okay.
So what when I first started, and I pretty much done morphed on from this. Now, if you watch some of my later videos, like the last year, I kind of been different. But the first videos was about y'all guys do what's best for you. So if you got a date Saturday with a girl that you set Tuesday, and Thursday you meet a hotter chick and she want to see you Saturday. I say do what's best for you. So that's where the whole sleazeball lingo came from, was do what's best for you.
Okay.
But I've morphed more since that time. I've morphed more into a life coach where I talk more about purpose and stuff like that. One thing I've noticed about the guys is they actually like my life videos. Like I'm talking about my personal life, not purpose videos. Obviously, those get less views than the women videos. But like when I talk about my life experiences, like the video I made yesterday, do this every week. Like that video there, they like those type of videos now, even more so than the female videos. I got on my other channel, I got the biggest mistakes I learned in my life, got a lot of views.
Nice.
What's the other one? 10 things every man should have. That's on my other channel. It got a lot of views. What the most important things I've learned in life, that got a lot of views. Like guys, like when I do that story time, I noticed that more so. And they tell me in the comments, I like these videos more than I like the women videos. Shout out George. Appreciate that, George.
Yeah, man. George is the Bruno brothers, I call them, man, like the Mario brothers.
And so that's why I've morphed into more of that, because I'm seeing that's what guys respond. They like when I talk about my failures and experiences that I had in the past to get to where I'm at now, which I'm glad the guys are receptive to that. That'll do. If I make a video like that, my life experiences, that'll do better than me making a top 10 ways to attract a female experience right now. And so I noticed that, and so I've been gravitating more towards that type of content.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, I think it's very healthy for the manosphere to have a comprehensive focus. As many guys, not everybody's got to do that, but a lot of guys should do that. I've been focused on that for a long time, and I think it's really good you're doing that too. I'm not surprised the guys like it. They need more content like that, more positive media for men,
Right. And the thing is, guys have to understand is that you have to transition, you have to evolve on YouTube or you die. If I was making the exact same content on YouTube that I was 2.5 years ago when I first started, the channel would die. It's like, oh, he's still talking about, dick him down and toss him to the side of the road. He was talking about that 3 years ago.
Wait, was that dick him down and throw him to the side of the road? Jesus.
That was on my that's the infamous "Why I'm Against the MGTOW movement" video.
Okay.
Dig him down and toss him to the side of the road. And if I was still saying those type of things, guys would be like, this dude sucks. He's, you don't evolve. It's just boring. You have to evolve if you want to survive on YouTube, or it's just like when you're watching a TV series. The TV series has to evolve from season 1 to season 5. If they going through dealing with the same issues on season 5 as they did on season 1, you've been tuned out a long time ago, which is one reason why I stopped watching The Walking Dead. It's just a bunch of idiots running around in the wilderness Running from Zombies is like, okay, I was so hyped for it like the first 5 seasons, but then I'm like, okay, they still running their ass around these goddamn woods from Zombies. So I started watching about 3 years ago.
This is great. Hang on, let's take a few steps back there. You got me thinking about this. So you're talking about evolution and evolving and growing over time and things like that. So you were banging though, like you said, 7s, 8s, and 9s before you found Corey Wayne. Before that,
10 too.
Even 10s, yeah.
I couldn't keep them.
So how did you get? Because a lot of guys, like when I was growing up, I just stuck with girls, and that's why I found the pickup artist community, and that helped me get better. I started going out, approaching women, learning the hard way, basically. How did you go from when you were an adult, 18, 19, 20, or whatever, to then in your 30s? How did you get to the point where you were just banging these girls? It came naturally to you, or was there like a journey for it?
Well, the issue with that is, and that's why I always sympathize with guys who don't feel confident about themselves. I was always considered good looking by women. So even with no game, just being a tall, considered good looking guy to women always made it easy for me. And in high school, one of the issues I don't even get along with my brothers was because the girls that they like would ask them, "Hey, is your brother single?"
Yeah.
So that's that jealousy. I've been dealing with jealousy and stuff like that all my life from guys, even when I was at school. So that was never an issue. The only thing I had to do was go out and just approach enough women. And if I approached 10 women at the mall, I would get 4 or 5 numbers. Like that was never no issue with me attracting women. The only issue I ever had with women in my life was not keeping the women that I found very attractive, the 10s to me. I could sleep with them and I could keep them for, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. But at some point I would just notice that they would start to lose interest and they wouldn't do what they did at the beginning. Like they would be calling, blowing me up. Everything would be easy. And then as soon as I started catching feelings, I noticed they started pulling back.
Yeah. And
for the life of me, for a long time, I just ignored it and said, well, whatever. But at the breaking point was about 7 years ago when it happened again. I said, oh, that's it. I said, I got to find some goddamn answers. So I actually Googled why did she lose interest? And I think one of Corey Wayne's videos popped up. I'm not mistaken. Nice. And I was just like, I'm like 33 years old at the time. I'm like, it happened again. Yep. And I'm like, God damn it, man. And so
I had a similar founding of the Manosphere, man. I was in high school about to go to a dance and I was scared shitless because my best friend hooked me up with this super hot chick that was like way out. I could have never got her on my own, right? But he kind of fucking knew her and kind of hooked it up. And I was just like sweating bullets. I was nervous as fuck going to this dance, right? I never danced before. So I just Googled how to do club dancing or some shit.
Right.
And the Manosphere pulled up. Ross Jeffries, pickup artistry, and it changed my life, man. Just like finding Corey Wayne.
Yes, it did. It changed my life. The whole purpose thing, what he talks about all the time. And I always was taught that a man gets on his grind, right? And then I'm listening to Corey Wayne say purpose. And I found out that is so much more important for a man to be on his purpose opposed to grind. I always thought you get on your grind, but I found out from listening to Corey Wayne that purpose is what a man's need, because not only, so you just get on your grind, that just means you work a lot. That's not fulfilling. You see what I'm saying? So
especially if you don't love your work, you could be grinding at something you don't even care about. Yeah.
Right. And listen to Corey Wayne talk about purpose. It changed my life because I realized that it's not enough to just work a lot of hours. It's important to be on your purpose and find something you love to do. And he was so right. And that's what I've been teaching the guys from, since then was you don't need to just get on your grind. If before Corey Wayne, I would just say get on your grind. Well, get on your grind means you might be working 2 jobs that you hate. And yes, you might be making a lot of money, but do you love it? And it's so important to find your purpose in life. You see what I'm saying? So shout out for Corey Wayne for that also teaching me about purpose and a man being on his purpose opposed to being on his grind. I always just thought, a man has to get on his grind. And then that changed the direction of my life because I started looking at what am I really passionate about? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that. So you mentioned talking about purpose a lot here. So number one, how do women affect your purpose as a man? And number two, How did you get into YouTube? Because this seems to be a really big purpose for you in life. This seems to be like your main thing by far. You kick an ass with it. I mean, you have hundreds of thousands of followers, millions of guys watch your videos. So how do women affect your purpose as a man? And how did you get into YouTube? And how has that been? I mean, that has to be a major life change for you to get into this world.
Yes. Well, the thing with purpose is, and women is, it actually has helped me with women even better, because what happens is it got me detached from the outcome of anything. So without purpose in life, guys, what you try to do is you try to get your happiness from women, and women try to become your source of happiness. So when a man has purpose, what ends up happening is when I'm with those 9s and 10s that I really want, I'm detached from the outcome, because no longer am I seeking them for my source of happiness. My purpose becomes where I'm seeking my happiness is. So any of y'all guys that know that with women, when you don't give a damn, that's when you get a response from them. And the best way not to give a damn is when, you know, your life is fulfilled as is, not when you're looking for that validation from a female. So the average guy, typical guy, go work 8-10 hours a day, and then he wants to cuddle up with his girl on the couch. And that's what he wants to get his source of inspiration. That's where he wants to get his validation from, his love from. And when you have purpose, what happens is you're detached from that. You no longer need that. So guys, if you don't have purpose, you're gonna need a woman in your life, because that's where you're gonna get your source of happiness from. Or you're gonna get involved in vices like gambling or drinking or drugs, something to make you feel fulfilled, because you work a job you hate, and then you come home and now you got 6 to 8 hours to kill. And so the only thing you're left to do is you're either gonna be on Pornhub, go gambling, drinking, alcohol, or chase tail. None of those things which bring value to your life. Opposed to if you have purpose, that's going to bring value and happiness to your life. If you don't have that, then what you're going to do, you're going to look from a woman. So if you don't indulge in those things, now you're on Tinder and Match, and you're swiping your ass off, hoping to get a match, because now you're lonely. So you at the end
burning calories, swiping, man.
Right, exactly. So we let's say we sleep 8 hours a day, we work 8 hours a day. That other 8 hours is where guys fall in trouble at. So how am I going to feel this 8 hours? Well, this is going to be indulging in crap that don't do me no good, cost me money. Pornhub. I think Larry Wills just made a video that about a month ago that he was addicted to porn and stuff like that, and he was spending all his money in the chat rooms on porn and stuff.
What the fuck?
Oh, he got a video. He made a video about that. He got all those views, and it's not me talking about him. He admitted, which I'm glad he admitted, because I'm quite sure.
Who's this? What's his name?
Larry Wills, the big bodybuilder YouTuber.
Okay. Yeah, damn, I'll check him out. Damn, I didn't know this. The fuck?
Yeah, he got over 1 million subs, and he made a video. Yeah, he's like the world's strongest man, or one of the world's strongest men. He's got like a million YouTube followers. He gets like 200,000-300,000 views each video, and he posts almost every day. And he made a video about a month ago saying that he spent all his money on porn and in the chat rooms and stuff like that, and basically was saying he didn't have it was so bad that he couldn't even take his girl out to eat because he was spending all his money on porn. It was that bad, and this guy got to be making at least $500,000 a year. I'm just being generous, right?
Yeah.
At least $500,000 a year off merchandise and views off YouTube and stuff like that. And to go to the point saying, if you're gonna spend your money on crap like that, or be on your purpose, or you're gonna search for love and validation from a female. And if you're a purple pill guy and you just one of those guys that you're a one woman guy and stuff like that, and I don't knock those guys. Everybody is not meant to be a player or date multiple women, or some guys want to start families and stuff like that. And I get all that, especially my religious guys. I got a lot of Muslims on my Patreon and basically telling me, hey, dude, I get your red pill, but I can't do that. In my culture, we have to get married and stuff like that. So I understand that. But the thing is, even if you want to get married or whatever you want to do, you still have to have purpose, because if you don't, you still going to kill the interest of your woman being up on her ass all day. Women need to wonder about us. Women need to think about us. You can't just be up under a woman's ass all day, married or not. You have a man has to have purpose in life.
Yeah, if you don't, they hate it, man. It dries the vagina like a desert, man.
Oh yes, they hate it. You think in theory, my girl wants to be up under me. Like you think in theory, and that's how she acts. But then if you give her that, you would notice over time she starts to lose attraction, right?
Yeah.
And so what guys and that's the issue with me with the 10s that I had a high attraction for. I would call, I'm thinking like I want to show her that I really want her. I'm trying to show her, and it would just repel them. And and simply I was treating them different. As far as my purpose and on YouTube and stuff like this, I just couldn't take the crybaby videos no more. I literally couldn't.
Wait, the crybaby videos?
Oh, when I came on YouTube, the whole MGTOW movement was huge.
Okay, now I get it. I'm like, what the fuck is the crybaby video? Okay.
The whole MGTOW thing was huge. It's like every content creator had MGTOW in their name, and it was just a bunch of videos telling guys to stay away from women. And this, women are not the issue. You are the issue. Women are the same they've always been. Women are not the. I tell guys this all the time. You guys hate women because you don't know how to make them respect you. That's why women are so terrible. Women are not the issue. You're the issue. When you are a masculine man in your masculine energy, carrying yourself like a masculine man, a woman will purr like a kitten. She will act and behave. It's when you act like a little bitch, when you act like a little girl, that when a woman starts getting in her masculine energy, and that's all because you aren't acting like a man. Men don't act like men. I wish women act like men. And that's the thing. I tell guys, stay in your masculine frame and watch you have no issue. Stay on your purpose and stay in your masculine frame and watch women act right. It's when you start doing all that when you start acting feminine and you're chasing behind her and stuff like that, or you're acting like a little beta male, that's when she gets masculine. I have no problem spending time with women and they act right. They don't act masculine. That's because I act like a man. But I have to carry that, Tony.
Why do you think that women, if they're not purring like a kitten when you're being masculine, so you're being a bitch, why do they act out like that? Are they scared? Are they punishing you for the beta male behavior? What do you think the motivation for their response is to that? Because I agree with you 1,000,000%. That's what I've seen in my own life. You act like a bitch, you're gonna pay for it. But what do you think the source of that is?
Well, the thing is like this, Tony. When you start acting like that, you're basically submitting to a woman, and it starts to repel her. Because what happens is, when guys get unsure of themselves, they start submitting to their woman and they stop checking her and they start letting her get away with shit. Women want to submit. They want a man that they feel like is more valuable than them. And when you start acting like they're more valuable, and when you start acting like you in scarcity, like you're unconfident. So basically, this is what happened, Tony. When a man starts letting a woman say and do what she wants, he's acting unconfident. He's acting like a low value man. He's acting like a man that feels like he can't replace her. Women hate that. And they hate when a man starts acting like he in scarcity, starts letting her say what she want to say and do what she want to do. And they lash out at it and they hate it. And so anytime you get anybody too much power, they obviously are going anytime you get anybody too much power, Tony, they obviously are going to abuse it. So anytime, when you let a bully slide, they start to abuse their power when you don't stand up for yourself. And that's the same way it works with women. So when women start acting, when they start seeing that you won't respond, I said this, I did this, he says nothing. He lets it go. Okay, baby. Okay, baby. Because he's in scarcity now. He's in love. He's gotten attached. Women repulse that because it's weakness. And it stinks.
It's dangerous for them too, right? If their man is a weak bitch, I mean, it's got to be dangerous to be around.
What is the thing? You're supposed to be the emotional, the emotional strong one. They are supposed to be the one that's emotional. You're supposed to be the rock. Hey, the house is burning down. You're supposed to be steady. And no matter what goes on, you're supposed to be steady. The woman is supposed to be the one like, oh my God, the house is burning down. You know, you're supposed to be like, babe, calm down. When you start acting emotional, when you start acting like that, now she can't trust your masculine core because now you acting like her. You supposed to be the steady rock. I lost my job. You lost your job. You supposed to calm me down. I got to calm you down. I'm acting. So now we done switch roles. Now I'm the man and you over here acting like the emotional girl, which is why I try to tell guys, you got to always remain steady. You got to always remain in your masculine. So when a woman sees a man acting like a little girl, she naturally is going to get in her masculine energy because now you're acting like a little bitch.
Yeah, what else is she going to do, right? You put her in that position, and she's going to be resentful for it and get pissed off and lash out at you.
Well, that's the loss of interest. See, that's the loss of interest coming like that, and that's where the cold shoulder and all that's coming from, Tony. Because now you acting so low value like that. Now I'm losing interest, and so now I don't talk to you the same way. a woman's voice. And for guys all wondering how I know this, I done all this before, right? One of the things when I was back in my 20s, when I would fall in love with these 10s, one thing that would happen was I would start getting too affectionate, too emotional, stuff like that. Couldn't control my emotions and stuff because now I'm catching feelings, as I say. Yeah. I started catching feelings. So once I started catching feelings, now I'm starting to get a little, too touchy-feelies, getting all in my feelings and stuff like that. Also would show jealousy at times. All of these type of things shows that you're in scarcity a little bit. Y'all guys got to understand that when you show those insecurities when you with a woman, like, oh, what took you so long to get home, or, all these little insecurity type things. At that point, guys, you're acting like a guy in scarcity. You're supposed to always feel like you're the best value, the best option for your woman.
Yeah. Damn, this is a lot of fun to go through this stuff, man. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you bring back a lot of bad memories, though.
No, yeah. You mentioned something a second ago. That's what I want to ask you. So you're talking, you're kind of acting out a minute ago. You're like role playing like a beta male and like, oh, baby, yeah, whatever, baby. Okay. Like, yeah. So this kind of appeasement bullshit. So do you think is that women looking for boundaries with a man, relationship or not? And is that is then the man not having them? So it's like weakness. You have thoughts on boundaries, basically?
No, I actually just made a video on about boundaries and stuff like that. And the rules of the relationship. I just think it goes more to the aspect of, I think women just like to feel like they like you more than you like them. I think women just like that challenge.
Yeah.
I just think women I think when a woman sees a man that's indifferent to her, what I think that it symbolizes to her is that the man is of higher value. When those roles start to switch and the man starts treating her like she's the best option, then I think that, with this pre-selection that goes on with women, with them always wanting the man that is pre-selected and stuff like that, the man that gets the most women and stuff like that, I think it just lowers their attraction, Tony. I think that because now you're acting unconfident. You're not acting like a man that can replace her easily. And for all my guys out there wonder when I say that type of stuff, I don't just simply mean get another woman. I'm talking about better than her. So you could be a guy that could get other women. Say when I'm with a 10, right? So obviously I can get another woman, but a woman want to feel like this is nothing for you to get, especially the hot women that know they're very hot. And I heard French Montana say this about when he was dating celebrity females and stuff. He said they hate the female celebrities hate guys that put them on a pedestal because they're female celebrities. They hate that. And that's the thing. 10s hate that you're treating them like they're a 10. They want to be with a guy that they feel like attracting 10s is easy. And 10 is subjective because most women think they're a 10 and they're not, right?
Yeah. Entitlement attitude, yeah.
But the point goes to, a woman wants to feel like, I know that you can attract my caliber of women all the time and it's no issue. What guys fall into is, yes, I can go get another woman, but I don't know if I can get another one of these. And that's the issue. See, that's the issue, Tony. It's not that you can get another woman, it's that can you go get another one of these? And that's where the scarcity comes in at. And it's so unattractive to women. Yeah,
because they want to verify, like you're saying, pre-selection. They want to verify that you can do better than them, but for whatever reason, you're choosing not to at the minute.
Right.
Yeah. That's interesting.
It's almost like they want to feel like you chose them. Like I could have done something else, but I chose you, and it's no issue. And throughout the relationship, she needs to feel like you can always go and replace her. And that's why a man who shows indifference, that's how he acts. And that doesn't mean you got to be an asshole or nothing like that, guys. That being indifferent doesn't mean you got to be an asshole. It just simply means that at any given point, when she gets out of pocket, you don't stop checking her. In my past, in my relationships, when I started catching feelings, I would stop checking women.
So basically, you got to reserve the right to walk at any point.
All the time. All the time, guys. All the time. You got to let women know that you are in abundance at all times. Yeah. All times.
Talk to me a little bit more about your adventure to get on YouTube. I mean, you don't just have like a small channel. You have several channels. You have a network of channels. You're doing collaborations now. I've seen the Four Horsemen of Game, I think. That looks pretty cool. I got to watch that.
Yeah.
But how's that journey been, and what really inspired you to get going on YouTube and then continue with it? It's one thing to start it, but you started it, you kept going, and you've had a lot of haters and all this shit. So what inspired all that and then to keep going and blowing up like that?
Well, actually, when I started it, I really didn't care about views or none of that. I said I had been planning it 2 years before that because I was listening to a lot of these guys' videos. And I'm like, I'm better than most of these guys. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, I'm better than most of these guys. I'm like, these guys suck. Yeah. And so, but it took me a couple of years to go and do it. When I did it, the reason why I was able to stick with it from the beginning was I didn't care about the views. I said, I'm gonna put it on there for fun. I never. What happens to guys is when they start doing this, they have all these big dollar signs. So right now they can kind of try to draw a picture on what I make, and then they say, "Well, I want to make that, and I'm gonna start a channel." And then 6 months in, they not, and then they quit. Yeah. I came into it with the mindset of I didn't give a damn if right now I was only getting 1,000 views a video. I would still be making videos and just personal training or whatever because I came into the mindset that I love doing this. I'm just going to tell guys how I've always attracted women and what I've done throughout my life. And that's what I did. I came on with the right mindset. A lot of guys get into things with the wrong mindset. I just felt like I could bring a lot of value. Plus, I know I got a better personality, a funny personality.
Yeah.
Most dating coaches. And I said, okay, that's what's going to separate me. Right.
Well, probably why you're better with women too. And I agree with you. There's a ton of frauds in the manosphere. That's been true for 20 years, man. There's always the pickup artist community, especially with dating coaches, because there's so much money in it. Dudes are desperate to learn when they suck, you know? There's nothing worse than, or almost nothing worse than if you suck with women and you're a man and you don't want to suck. It's like, how do you get better? Then you get all these frauds to come in to sell you bullshit. A lot of them suck, you're right. Like Tony Bruno is probably better than most 80% of the dating coaches on YouTube.
Right.
But he's not a dating coach. He's just a contractor, entrepreneur, and lives on a beach in Florida.
Right.
You know, it's
exactly.
Like unexpected people. You're a personal trainer, but yeah, I have no doubt you're better than all these dudes.
Yes, what I just came into the game was I just had to slept with a shitload of women all my life, right? And I don't want to give guys the confusion that I had trouble with women. I had trouble with keeping the ones that I liked it. But as far as attracting women and even sleeping with the ones I like, I had that was no issue in all my life. And that was just, for all you guys wondering, well, how did I do that? Well, simply the fact is I just accepted my insecurities or my flaws and just understood what rejection was about. And that's how I would get rejected, guys, regardless of women who found me attractive or whatever. I still, if I approach 10 women at the mall, I would get 4 numbers, right? So that's 6 rejections. Those 6 rejections didn't lower my self-esteem. That was the issue. That's what kills most guys. Rejection kills them. And I never and that's what the issue I've been trying to teach guys for the longest is you're taking rejection personally. Rejection is basically just preferences and timing. I would go to the mall some Saturdays, talk to 10 women, 15 women, get no numbers.
Yeah.
Nothing. Turn right around the next Saturday, can't miss. It's like every girl I walk up to is like, boom, 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 boom. Now, what? Did I get better looking in a week, Tony? No, I did not get better looking in a week. This week, for whatever reason, it's just better timing.
That's like sports almost. You got in the zone. You're on fire.
Yeah, got in the zone. Boom, 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 boom.
Yep. I had the same thing, man. I did thousands of cold approaches as a pickup artist and stuff. And sometimes you do good. Sometimes it just blows up in your face like the whole night, just fucking shit. But you keep going. You keep going and you learn.
But those rejections that you got, you didn't look in the mirror and start finding shit wrong with you. Like, oh, maybe my nose is too big. Oh, my ears are too big.
Yeah, it's stupid. Yeah. Negative talk, and it's toxic, It's like eating garbage food, junk food.
Exactly, Tony. And that's guys, for all y'all guys that's wondering what's the difference between Tony and AMS and you, the guys who struggle with women, that's simply we don't let rejection bother us. That's it. If I let those rejections bother me and I went home and looked in the mirror hard enough, I could start finding shit wrong and start blaming it on that. Oh, they don't like bald-headed men. Oh, they don't like guys who got eyebrows this thick. Like I can just find shit that's wrong if I want to. The thing is, I'm not changing. And so I just understand that I'm not going to be some women's cup of tea, and that's fine. But you know what? Next weekend, I'll go. Thank you, Long Reach One. Women have widely varied taste in men's. Exactly. And I know next week would be different. That's it, guys. That's it. You let rejections lower your self-esteem and confidence, and I don't. I remember back in the day when I used to do that at the mall. I would go through a month where it was like, ooh, it sucked that month. The next month, can't miss, sleep with 20 women. in a month. Different
Damn,
women.
that's killer, dude.
Just had a month where I couldn't hit nothing. Maybe slept with one girl, like, God damn, sucked. Next month, 20, 25 women. And just past the previous month was like, damn, it was a slow ass month. That's the thing, guys. And I would never let it deter me. That's the thing. When some women would reject me, like, boy, get out my face. I didn't look like literally.
Get out of my face. Yeah, I've had that, man. Just women just blow up on you sometimes, especially if they're drunk and shit.
Yeah, it's like, but I never let that got to me. And that's what I've been trying to teach guys from day one, whether you're 5'5" or whether you're 6'5". Your brother Tony brought up on the other video about the guy Dre. He saw the video. I was talking about the short guy Dre in middle school, where he was more of a ladies' man. He was only like 5'4", 5'5", and here I was at the time like 6'2".
Damn.
And we both was considered good looking, but the women would let him get away with stuff, and they would not let me do stuff. And that's why I'm trying to tell guys, if you any guy who try to tell me about height, I'm just like, you kidding yourself. I saw it firsthand in middle school. You know, your brother brought that up, and I'm like, you ain't got to tell me who. I'll never forget that dude. Now, 25 years from now, I'll never forget that. That dude was a legend in middle school.
And why would you think that was? Is because women are very emotional? That's what comes to mind for me when I hear that, because they're so responsive to emotions. Even if a guy is short, if he makes him feel the right way, maybe his charisma and his game or whatever. Is that something like that?
He's his masculine energy. He was what we call cool, and he was always even keel. For guys who wonder what cool is, cool mean you don't get too high, you don't get too low. You just always right here. You know, most of us, we get real happy, we get real sad, or, you know, we get real playful, you know, whatever. He was always right here. He was very mature for his age. I think the time was like 13 years old, 14 years old. And he was very mature. He carried himself like an adult at an early age. And that's why I tell guys about that masculine frame, because one thing that screwed me around when I was young in school with a lot of girls, despite being good looking and tall considered, right? It's no universal good looking guy. In that case, I would never got rejected. But the thing was me acting very immature in middle school compared to him. And that's when I started to notice that this guy women let him get away with more just because he is more mature, more in his masculine frame, you know, and then I was more playful, I act more like the other guys, 13, 14 years old, more playful. And he was more in his masculine frame. So women feel more comfortable letting him get away with stuff because he acts more mature. And that's the thing where I tell guys, shout out my man, Alfred Kingdom. That's my brother right there. Got to get him on the show. Got to get him on the show.
Thanks for the super chat, sir. Appreciate it.
The thing was, and that's why I teach guys, when women see you act like a man, they'll treat you like a man. In middle school, I acted like a young boy, which ain't that wrong with that. I was acting my age. It was only like 13, 14 at the time. So, but what I'm letting you know is they treated him different because he was in his masculine frame, and I was acting immature and acting young, and that's why they would let him, despite being half my size.
Damn. I want to get into some more specific questions here. I got listed out, so we'll do hot takes on this stuff. Go as long as you want.
Okay, go ahead.
Number one, should you ever argue with a woman?
No, I never argue with a woman.
Damn, that's blunt. I like it. No, never argue with a woman. Never
argue with a woman. Guys, arguing with a woman is acting emotional and stuff like that, and you're not going to get no logic out of them. I'm telling you that right now. So this is what you got to do. You got to sit down. Let me think of something that would cause an argument. Not compromising. All right. So you guys got to understand that I teach guys this too all the time. Also in some of my videos, submitting is not being able to compromise. You got to compromise with your woman sometimes, or you're gonna create arguments. Okay. The one thing that why I never argue with my girls or nothing like that is because I know how to do some things I like, and then I also know how to do some things they like. When we do everything I like, that's gonna cause an argument. And see, that's what you guys got to understand. That's what a lot of the times that's where the arguments come from. Is you never do none of the things she likes to do. We never go none of the places she likes to do. I always take all of my women what they like to do into account also. So we're gonna do this. I want to watch the Lakers game. Okay, fine. We're gonna sit and watch the Lakers game. But afterwards, we might watch The Notebook or whatever, because
Wait. AMS watches The Notebook with
Oh,
women?
I actually just watched The Notebook and it was good. And I highly.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I've never seen it. I've seen the 50 Shades of Grey movies, but I've never seen that one.
Yeah.
I'll watch it. Now I'm gonna watch. Now it's cool. Now we're gonna watch it. Okay. Jesus.
Yeah, because she'll sit and watch the games with me, right?
Yeah. Okay.
She'll sit and watch the Lakers game with me. She'll watch all the Lakers game with me. She know I'm gonna watch the whole game. She's gonna watch football with me and stuff like that. And even though we're not in a monogamous relationship, it's still this little give and take, right? It can't be all about AMS. That's why I've learned where a lot of these arguments come from, because I've been selfish like that in the past. And that's what 40 years on this earth have taught me, that whether it's monogamous or non-monogamous, that's why I meant to say non-monogamous relationship, whether it's that or non-monogamous, the thing is you still have to compromise, and it can't be all about you. If you guys start compromising just a little bit, I guarantee some of those arguments you guys are having will dissipate. And say if it's something about, let's just hypothetically say it's nothing like that. Let's just say you come in the house and she's just acting bitchy or whatever the case may be. Just understand, guys, that this is coming from your behavior before. That's how women act when you not acting like a man. They start getting real bitchy and testy and stuff like that. Now you have to say, from this point on, I'm not getting involved in that bullshit. Do y'all guys understand? I'm not getting involved in that bullshit.
I like this a lot, man. It really reminds me. I've said in the past in some of my speeches and stuff that masculinity, good masculinity, like really solid shit, is very inclusive of other people, including women. And that sounds like what you're doing is a style of masculine leadership. Whether monogamous or non-monogamous, you're taking what she's doing and what she cares about into account. It's not going to dictate, it sounds like, what you do, but it's going to influence it and per what you want to do with it. I think that's pretty good, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying, Tony, is that you guys got to understand that monogamous or non-monogamous relationships is not a dictatorship. And that doesn't mean that she doesn't want to submit to you. You can't expect a woman to want to do everything you want to do, and you never want. And that's going to cause arguments. I promise you. You can't. I like the Lakers play today. She's going to take one for the team, and she's going to watch this Laker game. They play tonight. And she's gonna watch it. And she likes basketball a little bit, but let's not kid ourselves like she wants to sit down and watch Lakers game every other day. That's bullshit. Like, she likes it, like, okay, fine. But no, she don't want to watch, but she will for me. And so I will watch something that she wants to watch. And the funny thing is, guys, and when you do this, the funny thing is, a lot of times they end up putting you on something that you might not have liked that ends up being good. I like The Notebook, but that's something that if I was that was something.
This is just very surprising. If someone's gonna cut this out and like AMS loves Notebook, fuck it. They're just gonna go after you.
Listen. I don't care about guys know all my flaws. I tell guys about the basement. I tell guys about I couldn't attract. One thing where I think helped me on YouTube is me being authentic, me admitting my flaws. I tell guys that I was a loser up to 34. I tell guys, they know my whole story, and I think they latched on to that, and it makes me more relatable. You see what I'm saying? I think
authenticity is very rare today, man. It's especially on the internet. It's all fake Instagram crap, Photoshop this, all this fucking fake bullshit. So it's good, man. I'm not surprised that you've been successful with that attitude.
Me acting like I'm Superman and never made no mistakes, Tony. I'm telling you right now, me acting like, I'm so perfect, and every woman I've ever wanted, I've slept with, and I've never put a woman on a pedestal and stuff like that. I tell guys, the reason I can tell you what not to do is because I've done it 10 times over. I've done it. I've lost girls from not compromising, just being selfish, as they would say, as everything is about me. I've lost women from that, and that's why I can sit here and tell you, don't do that, especially the ones that you want to keep around. Don't do that. Life is about compromise. If me and you was to be partners, Tony, it can't be all AMS way AMS. I got to listen to some stuff Tony wants to do. Tony might want to say, you know what, this is what I think we need to do for our business, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yo, you ain't gonna want to be my partner. You see what I'm saying? Everything's got to be about me. So y'all guys got, and the thing is, with the Notebook and stuff like that, I'm open-minded. I ain't gonna lie, that's something I want to watch at home by myself. But I'm always open-minded, and I'm always looking for. In other words, let me tell y'all guys something. Y'all guys know how I got on The Walking Dead and Game of Thrones. by women I was dating.
Same here, man. same exact story for me, man. I would have never watched that shit otherwise.
I would have never watched it. Me compromising with women to watch something that they want to watch, I end up falling in love with the shit. And I would have never sat down and watched no damn Walking Dead or Game of Thrones because I'm not into that sci-fi type shit. I like more like dramas, realistic dramas based on true stories type dramas and stuff like that. Matlock type things and stuff like that. I'm not, and end up, Game of Thrones is my favorite show all the time off of a girl putting me onto it. It was already in season 4 before I even had started watching it with her. And then I had to go back and watch it. So I'm just bringing that out, guys, because I want you guys to be open-minded. Also, that when you try new things, you never know what you're going to like. Just being open-minded.
Damn. A quick shout out to Rob Cruz of the super chat. Thank you, sir. $20 super chat. Salute to the chat, President Johnson, AMS, and AFI Kingdom. Earlier. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother.
By the way, then we got any more super chats. Another fresh one here. $1.99. Compromise and talk about the Tommy Lauren video. Do you have any? I haven't seen that whole video yet, but I know Coach Greg Adams, a bunch of guys did reviews on it. You have any thoughts on it?
I thought I seen my man Kevin Samuels. I seen the little clips of it on his live stream last night, and she was just basically because I ain't see the whole video, so I don't want to.
It's long too. It's like a half hour.
Oh God, no! I saw
it's a rant.
1 minute of it where she was talking about what you want a chance with women like me and all this. I saw like a minute of it, so I got to watch. I don't want to comment on it before I see all of it. But the thing is, I'm just gonna say this too. Y'all guys see what you talking about, some Tommy Lauren video and stuff like that. Y'all guys see what I'm talking about. Y'all think Michael Jordan gonna sit down and watch the Tommy Lauren video? I'm just being honest. Do y'all guys think men who are conquering worlds and are doing stuff? This is what I see what's wrong with a lot of society with men now. Michael Jordan is not going to sit down. Bill Gates is not going to sit down and I need to watch the Tommy Lauren video. And this is the point that I'm talking about. Who cares what that's one woman, her opinion. That's the thing what I hate about men. I didn't even want to make that Will and Jada video, but every damn video I made up to that point, half the comments was about when your video about Will and Jada coming out. And I'm like,
everyone's obsessed with it. Yeah.
And I was like, if I don't make this goddamn video, I was like, okay, goddamn, you win. I'll make the damn video and leave me the hell alone. I kid you not, Tony. Yep. I hadn't even watched a Red Man group, not Red Table discussion, right? I didn't even watch their Red Table discussion. I didn't even care. And guys just kept bothering me about it. I said, God, man, let me watch the video and see what they're talking about. But the point being, I was like, this is what going on with me. Worried about the wrong shit. That's worried about who cares. I don't care about Will and Jada. I don't care about Tommy Lauren. Who cares? I just is you on your purpose. What you did today. All right. What's your investments gonna be for this year? What are you investing in? How are you gonna, if you're somebody who's dependent on that stimulus check, what's your next plan of action now that Congress didn't pass that? Did any of y'all nobody asked me that. AMS, what do you think about Congress not passing it? Nobody cares about that. That's not it. No, AMS. What we need to know is what Tommy Lauren thinks. I need a video on Tommy Lauren. I don't need to know about Congress passing this $3 trillion stimulus package and gonna keep our economy afloat. That don't care. That don't matter. I need to know what your thought about this silly girl, Tommy Lauren, and her thoughts on men and women dating. Who gives a flying fuck?
All right. Well spoken, man. Right to the point. You have a laser focus, I think, is what you got with this stuff, man. It's inspiring. It's good.
Well, it's all chatty patty type crap, man. It's like, man, one thing my uncle told me is don't count nobody's pockets. Don't worry about the other. Just worry about you. You. Anything going on with celebrities? Yeah, okay. Diddy just bought a new boat. Okay, but what you did today? What significance is that gonna bring to your life? No, I need to know. I don't want to talk about Diddy just bought this $100 million boat. That's what my life is revolving around right now. Who gives a goddamn? How is that making you a better man? And that's what I just.
We got another super chat question here. Another Black Experience, $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. He said, I'm preparing to go monk. I think he means like monk mode for 3 months. I don't want to get over my addiction to female validation. Any tips?
what I was talking about. What I just been talking about this whole what me and Tony was talking about at the beginning of the show. What's your purpose in life? That's what's going. For all you guys wondering how I stopped chasing tail, and before I became a trainer, right? What I would do is, this is no joke, right? I would match on Match.com. I would sit there. I've never been a Tinder fan, and every day I would send out like 100 copy and paste messages a day, and some respond, this, that, and the other, and that's what I did. When I became a trainer at the gym, and I was trying to build that business up, all of a sudden that went away. All of a sudden, I pretty much indirectly became monk mode just by getting on my grind. Because at that point, I was only focused. See, up to that point, till I became a trainer, Tony, up to that point, I had ample time on my hand. When I became a trainer and I did the math at the gym, I said, you know what? This is time. This is the time. Shout out Red Pill Chauvinist. This is the time I can change my life. I need to eat, sleep, and crap in this gym. This is all I'm gonna do, because I'm at a point now in this gym. I did the math. I said I can make $125,000 a year. 120, which at that time was would have been by far the most money I ever made in my life. And I said, this is it. I said, no women. I was already dating a woman at the time, so I ain't have to go out and chase women. But even if I hadn't had her, I could have went monk mode to build my business. And I just live, sleep. And matter of fact, that woman, we stopped talking because I wasn't able to give her the time anymore that I was giving her. I told her I could only see her on Sundays, opposed to when she used to come over a couple of times during the week. I couldn't do that no more. I told her I could only see her on Sundays. Over time, that became the issue. And I said, you go ahead. I'm focusing on this.
Yeah.
And that's what killed my addiction to female validation.
What was her response when you told her that? I'm curious.
Oh no, it was a slow pullback, Tony. So I didn't tell her directly that. My actions said that. Okay. I'm not that cold-hearted to say, listen, I wouldn't do that. But my actions, nothing. When a woman brings something to you and you don't change, your actions say that. And my actions, if I wanted it to work out with us after you bringing it to me a couple of times, guess what I would do, Tony? I would make the time. So my actions is saying, if you got an issue with it, you go ahead and go on, because I didn't make the time. So what I tell you guys, if a woman wants to see you, regardless if she worked 2 jobs in school and to be a doctor, if she wants to, she can make the time. It might be a little tight, right? But if she wants to, she'll make the time. I didn't make the time, right? And so that my actions said that. But and so, but that killed my getting on my purpose and grind. That killed my, because like I tell you guys, that time has to be filled with something. The reason why you're addicted to females like this, because you got ample free time in your schedule. So you got to fill that time some way. It is not what you're going to do. I mean, there's only so much TV you can watch. So eventually you're going to venture off into something that's not worth doing. And now yours is females. I guarantee you, if you were studying to be a surgeon in school, to be a doctor or something like that, I guarantee you wouldn't have time to think about no women. And that's the point I'm saying. If you really on your grind, if you really on your purpose, you'll see it naturally goes away. I don't have time for that crap. I don't have time to be on Match all day, sending out 100 messages to a different type of women. I don't have time. Even right now, I'm writing my next book. I'm doing this interview with you. After I get through doing this interview with you, I'm gonna go on my Patreon and I gotta answer the questions that they write and stuff on, because I go through all the questions and I answer the questions for my patrons, because they support me on Patreon. So I answer their questions, which also create other video ideas, by the way. And so that's what I'm talking about. And so I don't have time to let's say I wasn't doing this interview with you, Tony, and let's say I didn't have that patron. Well, you know what? Let's go on Match and let's send out 100 messages, because I don't have nothing else better to do.
It's like a dumpster of your time. You're just throwing it away.
Just throwing it away. Or let's go to the mall and let's see if we can meet some. And that's the point, guys. Either you're going to do something productive or you're going to do something that's going to waste your time. The only way you're gonna get over that female attention thing you got going on is to do something productive, which is get on your purpose. So you need to find out, what do I need to do? What am I passionate about? And something that I don't mind working 80 hours a week. I don't mind doing this. Look how many collabs I done did over the last week.
Yeah, you're on fire, man. You're killing it.
Well, the thing with me was I was in a little shell, and so I just didn't deal with people. And I just said, you know what? And I mean, you was talking about that. I don't even want to bring that up, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And so I stayed off to myself. And so a lot of guys had to ask me long time. Like anybody who watched that Roommates podcast, the guy said, I asked this guy over a year ago, and I finally got him on the show. And I had just ignored all requests. I was like, I don't want to deal with nobody. I'm just gonna stay off to myself. I don't want to bother with nobody. And I just said, you know what? I'm not gonna let negative people keep me from expanding my business and stuff like that. And so that's why all these things have just piled up, and I just started back doing them.
Well, that's a good example of you being open-minded and kind of active-minded. You're like, all right, let me change this up and pursue something new, which is collabs. Your fans, I think, are loving it, man. They're seeing you all over the place now.
Yeah, they exactly. They give me to see the interactive side of AMS because they so used to me just being by myself. So yeah, you're absolutely right.
Speaking of that, what inspired you to start the Four Horsemen of Game, the collab podcast you guys have now? How did that get started? It's pretty recent, yeah.
Yes. So how I figured, I say, you know what? If we work together, all of us will grow. We help each other grow.
Yep.
So I'm introducing you to my fans. You're introducing me to your fans. And sure enough, I'm right. My patrons and my book sales have went up. And I guarantee you, if you talk to them, I guarantee you they would tell you their programs and their book sales have went up. And their views have went up. So I know that when you work together, you actually are more stronger force than individually. That's the thing. Well, guys have this scarcity mindset. Well, I don't want to introduce them to my crowd because, they might steal book sales. It don't work that way. What I've seen is pulling together, you actually make more money. And I would bet my left arm that if you was to talk to them, they would tell you the same thing, that all their views and all the patrons and all that type of stuff, I guarantee they'll tell you the same thing. Theirs have went up. And that's the thing where I try to teach guys, work together. Everybody got this scarcity mindset. Well, it's only a select. Man, it's millions and millions of guys out there struggling with women. There's never going to be a shortage of, because women are kind of complicated if you don't understand them. So a lot of guys struggle with women. So it's always going to be guys out there. Even me at 33 years old, I couldn't understand why I was always losing the women that I was highly attracted to, the women that I wanted to be in a relationship with.
And it can't be. I don't think we should understate that was important to you. Like, even though you're banging hot girls, I get that, man. You could still have something that you want to fix or improve or change. And even if you're getting laid and banging hot girls, it's not the same thing if you still have something. I met a couple guys in the pickup bars community like this too. We'd be surprised that he was so good looking. This one guy we knew, Ultra, he went by. He was just like, he was literally like a model. Like, girls would see him and we would joke that like girls there would be puddles on other girls and shit. He was, because he was ridiculously good looking, like a model.
Right.
But we're like, why did you join the pickup community? He's like, well, I wanted to get better and I still have problems sometimes. Particularly like you, like keeping like a really, high value girl like a 10.
Right.
He would maybe do what you did. But finding this community helped him, change that.
Right.
And it was important to him. And but he was so good looking, it was hard for us to understand that.
Well, I can sit here and tell you right off the back, Tony, looks is not the most important thing. So yeah, you might be good looking, and that'll get your foot in the door. But that's all it'll do. Because the way you look to a woman is based off of her interest level. So like, let's say you meet a woman, Tony, and she sees you as a 5, right? And you looks are subjective.
Looks
are subjective. Let's say, okay, let me use me. Woman see me and I'm a 5, right? And you can tell when she views you as a 5 because she's on a date and she's not all, talkative and, she's not touchy-feely and stuff like that. So, but over the course of a couple of dates with my personality and my charm and my personality, I raised her interest. Guess what? I'm starting to look like a 10 now.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Let's say a woman sees you as a 10, Tony, but she goes on a date with you, kind of corny, you kind of lame. Guess what? You start looking like a 5.
Yeah. They change these things on the fly too, man. It's all in their head. So it's just whatever they perceive, right?
Right. So like I tell guys, looks just get you in the door. Your personality is what's going to ultimately be where your interest level is. A woman can initially see you as a 10, get you on a date. You kind of lame and boring to her. You start looking ugly. That's the thing. Guys don't understand this. You physically start looking ugly to the woman. And a woman can get out with a dude that barely gave her number to. And over the course of a couple of days, his personality is on point. His confidence is on point. And it don't mean that something she just likes his personality. Because I want you guys to understand that some women will even like nerds, like guys who could talk about, Roman empires and stuff. Like all this is subjective. Like some women are history buffs, right? And you're a well-educated guy, and you start going out and you can talk about that stuff. Well, you're going to be more interested in that other guy over here that you couldn't carry that conversation with. Some women are they got what they call that asexuals or something. What they call it?
It's sapiosexual?
Sapiosexuals now.
Yeah, some shit like that. There's all kinds of that bullshit. Pansexual, sapio, all this bullshit they make up.
Well, women are very interested by the conversation. So that's and I tell guys that's all subjective. You could go out. So for all guys wondering what I mean is, let's say I go out with two women. Both of them see me as an 8. But this woman, she loves my conversation and personality. And this one doesn't. I did the same. I'm the same person. I had the exact same conversation. This one loved it. This one didn't. And that's what y'all guys got to stop taking everything so personal. Yeah. This woman just loved my personality. I was the same. I wasn't goofy or corny or none of that with neither one of them. But one loved me and the other one thought I was lame and boring. Well, the other one that's lame, maybe she's more into guys who know about history or computers. And maybe this one more into what I like to talk about, sports and stuff like that, traveling. Y'all guys, that's all subjective. That's why I don't take that personally. Y'all guys take everything personally. This woman didn't like me. Well, fine. It's not all looks. Maybe she didn't like what your conversation was about. That's why y'all guys got to understand. That's what guys like me understand and what a lot of guys don't understand. A lot of this stuff is subjective. Every woman is just not going to like you. For all you guys that wonder what I mean about that, how can you hang out with two guys, you love this guy, but this guy you like, I don't really want to hang out with him no more. Well, you just didn't like his personality. It don't mean the dude was a bad dude. It just means that you didn't like it. He wasn't your cup of tea. That's when y'all guys got to stop taking everything so personally.
Yeah, it's the same way in the reverse, man. Some girls you want to bang them and they're hot, but you just don't want. And then you do actually enjoy them, and other ones you just don't. You want to get it. You literally want to kick them out like as soon as you can. It's just it's the way it could be the way they talk. It's their interests. I had one girl, man, this really hot chick I banged back late last year, and super hot, great experience. And then she started talking to me about Disney Plus or some shit, and I'm like, I remember I was like, I just want to jump out the window. Like I don't give a fuck about Disney Plus. Like it made me just want to get away from her, like kick her out, and I ended up kicking her out later.
Right.
It's just personally, I'm like, fuck Disney Plus. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
right. And the thing is, a lot of the times, Tony, that could have been the timing of you too. Sometimes in the mindset of, I just want to bang as many chicks, 100. And sometimes you're like, you know what? I'm a little tired of that. I got this good girl. Maybe I can settle down with 2 chicks or something like that. And sometimes
I think I could settle for 2. Yeah.
I settle for 2. So sometimes, and then sometimes you're like, hell no, the sun is out. It's the summertime. I'm banging 100 chicks. I'm just having fun. And even if you met the right chick, even if you met the perfect chick, just mentally you're not in that mind space.
Yeah, timing.
Yes, opposed to if she would have met you next year at the exact same time, maybe you're in a more of a headspace to be in a more monogamous relationship. You see what I'm saying? And so like I tell guys, a lot of times it's just timing too, where you meet a woman and she just don't really want to deal with a guy on that level yet. And you can turn around and meet that same woman 6 months, and now she wants to be all over you. It's a lot of this stuff is timing, guys, and preferences. Y'all got to learn a lot of this stuff is subjective. Stop taking everything. That's one reason why, the main thing I try to teach guys is that a lot of this stuff is just being subjective. Looks, personality. A lot of times there's nothing wrong with you. It's just a matter of you. Y'all guys want to know where my confidence comes from? I just have the confidence to know that you might not like me, but I know there are some women that will like me.
There's a lot of them, right? There's millions. There's probably millions. There's 3.5 billion women or whatever. There's got to be millions that want to fuck you.
Exactly.
That happily would if you meet them.
Exactly. Without me changing a damn thing, without me losing no weight, without me changing my personality. I don't need to go and learn some personality courses or none of that. Just me being the person that I am, I know that there are going to be women that like me and there are going to be women that don't, and that's their choice. Fine.
All right, quick shout out to some super chats we got here. New Vision, $5. Thank you, sir. Hit the like button if we need more content. I appreciate that, guys. Hit the like button. It helps the video. And we got another one, too, I think. Here we go. Coachio, 1999. She got to suck a whole lot of salute. AJ and AMS respect. Is that a quote from you or something? What is that?
That's a quote from me. Okay. Where you getting that from is that I tell guys to walk away, right? And then like when a woman is not acting right, I tell you to walk away. And when she comes back, she got to suck a whole lot of.
All right. Fuck yeah, man. We got another Mr. Super Chat. I missed it here. $4.99 pounds or something from IBZ. Question for AMS. Backstory. Most of my homeboys have been hating on me for years, low key. Can AMS please make a book on male nature? I can't trust people.
I actually wrote about this in my Alpha Money Strategies book, guys. And basically what I talk about in that is cutting people off. For all you guys who know my story, I haven't talked to my brothers in over 10 years. And that's my brothers. But, I just get to a point to where I just say, fuck the bullshit. I don't care who you are. If you somebody that I think has not got my best interest at heart, I just cut you off right now. Period. You hanging on to them homeboys is actually you acting in scarcity. You showing scarcity. You actually see y'all guys just worry about scarcity with women. Y'all guys got to understand you have scarcity with friends also. And by you hanging on to those friends that you feel like hating on you, you actually acting like a guy that don't feel like he can make other friends. Okay. So you have to have that same mindset that you have with women about scarcity with friends also. They not immune to that. If they not good for you, you got to cut them off. You keeping them around shows that you just don't got no confidence in yourself and making other friends. And understand, guys, the fear to lose scarcity just can't be I meet more women or I meet other friends. The scarcity thing's got to come from also the ability to be alone, and I don't need another woman and I don't need friends. So what am I going to replace with that? And this is where purpose comes back into place. We all going to get lonely. So you're going to have something to feel that. The one reason why I don't have to take crap off friends because I'm afraid of being lonely or a woman, because at the end of the day, I can just grind 100 hours a week on this right here. I can write chapters in my book so I can be alone because I have my purpose. If you don't have purpose, you damn sure going to have to, shout out Tony, you damn sure going to have to replace it with something or you're going to get lonely, which is what you have a fear of. You see what I'm saying? So when you do get on your grind, you have no problem with cutting off women that are not good for you or cutting off friends and family that are not no good for you, because now you have lost your fear of being alone, because at the end of the day, now you have your purpose to fill that void.
Yeah, this is awesome. It's a very healthy philosophy. There's actually a philosophy I follow called objectivism that encourages this too. Mm-hmm. It's rational self-interest. It's focusing on yourself, not at the destruction or fraud of other people, but in a selfish negativity shit, but in a very positive, like long-term kind of way. Right. And I think that's exactly what you're promoting. It's really good. It's what guys need to hear, and there's not enough of it. They hear tips and tricks bullshit all along instead.
Right, yeah. Exactly, Tony. That's what I've been getting more into lately. I've been getting more into my life experience. And then y'all guys go to my other channel. I made like 6, and the views on those are very good. Those videos are very good. And that's on my smaller channel. I said, damn, I wish I would have put these on my big channel. But I seen that guys took to those, me telling guys the biggest mistakes and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, guys, a lot of it is up here. A lot of it is just your mental. My mental ability is this right here. If you don't bring value to my life, you out my life. Because how I look at it as being in my life is this is something that I don't have to have. And so if you don't bring value, when I say value, I don't mean money. I just mean happiness, or you somebody that's positive. If you don't bring positivity into my life, I don't need you into my life because you detracting from my life. You're supposed to be, if I'm gonna have you in my life, you're supposed to actually add to it, or at the very least, don't detract from it.
Yeah. It should be positive and mutually beneficial. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And you definitely gonna get that from me. I never gotten that negative. I don't bring negativity around. I don't even address it.
Fuck yeah. We got another super chat, by the way. Speaking of positivity, we're cash positive on this show. $9.99. Probably appreciate that, Jonathan Colby. He said, being in my purpose means I don't have time to keep putting her in check and playing games, and she loses respect. I'm an inventor, which means long periods in empathic mode, not defending.
No, I like that. That's the thing about being on your purpose and stuff like that, is that everything, what I told guys when I first started YouTube was, for all the guys who just finding me, some of this stuff you might have to pretend because you just coming on to me, you've just finding me. So you might have to, if you're a guy that's not on your ground now, you might have to fake your value, as in responding 3 or 4 hours later when you don't have to. I said, once you get on your purpose, you don't have to do none of that type of stuff. Being high value just becomes natural. If a girl texts me right now, I'm doing this interview, I'm not going to say, hey, Tony, hold on 1 second. I need to respond to my girl right quick.
Yeah.
I don't have to fake my value no more. I'm very busy. I got stuff to do. I actually didn't go out last night and went to bed early. Simply the fact that I knew I had to get up and do this interview. See, it's little simple stuff like that.
Yeah.
You don't have to fake busy and all this type of stuff. When I get through with this, I'm going to answer the emails on my Patreon. I don't have time to fake and do this, that, and other. I am. And that's what I tell guys. So shout out to my man who wrote that last comment. Basically, what he's saying is when you authentic on your purpose, you don't have to fake.
Yeah. No, I get it, man. Yeah, sometimes when you're learning the ropes, you got to fake it till you make it. We used to say in the pickup community.
Right.
But no, by the end of the day, it should be automatic, I think, is kind of what you're saying here.
Right.
And it comes naturally, yeah.
Yeah, it all comes natural. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to fake nothing. It just comes natural. I'm on my purpose. You don't have to do nothing to act like I'm too busy or I don't have time.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Some more hot take kind of questions I wanted to go through with you here. Maybe the audience will throw in more here too. Mm-hmm. So you mentioned you had some comments earlier, kind of hot take comments on the MGTOW community. I think you addressed that. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on the pickup artist community as it existed historically and even now a little bit still? Mm-hmm. And then what are your thoughts on the red pill community, if you're familiar with that?
Yeah. I consider myself red pill, but
okay.
I thought the pickup community, and that's another reason why I started. Basically, the pickup community was basically teaching guys how to fake confidence and go up and approach women, even though you're not confident, which is a losing strategy. So basically, guys, how I look at the pickup community was they were taking a bunch of guys who was unconfident and teaching them how to go up and talk to women and pretend like you're confident. And that's a losing strategy, in my opinion. I think you have to do the self-improvement to get the confidence and no shortcuts. The reason why the pickup community did so well back in those days, because they were teaching guys, hey, we're going to take a shortcut. This is the shortcut. This is all you got to do, right? Because what they basically were telling guys was women are checking your confidence when you come up and approach them, right? You don't know it, but they're reading your body language and they're checking you. And this is the body language, and this is the lingo, and this is how you talk. This is how confident men talk. This is how alpha males talk when they approach women. And so we're going to teach you how to be one of those, even though internally you don't feel it. And
yeah, this caused a lot of problems too, man. A lot of these pickup artists would do that stuff, like you're saying, and then they'd end up in like these fucked up relationships because they weren't really the man they were presenting themselves to be. So the chicks bought the fake bullshit, and then it just blew up in their face, though. It was fucking, at the end of the day, it was stupid.
Exactly, guys. The only thing that's going to help you maintain that, because you can go up to a woman and you can fake confidence and maybe you get a number, right? But at the end of the day, when you get on that date and she start hanging around you, your confidence is truly, because women are going to test. And that's why that's a losing strategy when you do that.
Yeah, the test is coming, man. They're going to get you.
Oh, God, they're going to get you. Oh, God. She going to check your abundance. Oh, for all guys watching this, I'm going to tell you right now. The worst thing you can do with a woman is when she's late, don't say nothing. I promise you, if you don't say nothing, I'm telling you, that's the worst thing you can do. The best thing you could always, you already starting out on the wrong foot. When a woman shows up late, and I'm not talking 2 or 3 minutes, I'm talking, y'all guys know what I'm talking about. Y'all have women show up 20 minutes late, 25 minutes late. Basically, she left the house at the time y'all supposed to meet. You told her 8, and she knew it was going to take her 25 minutes to get there, and she left at 8. That's what women do, right? When you text her and tell her, hey, I'm here, and she's like, hey, I'm on my way, she's leaving the house right then, right? That's what I'm talking about. And when she get there, you don't say anything, you're acting in scarcity. You're acting like a pushover right off the bat. If you're not confident, it's going to show. You're going to be too scared to say anything. Well, I don't want to rock the boat.
Yeah, she might get pissed. Yeah, all that bullshit.
Might get pissed. This, that, and other. Say something. If you ain't left, right? I give women a time limit, right? If you ain't left, right? I'm being honest on that. If you ain't left. But and I ain't leaving because I'm trying to raise your interest. I left because you wasted my goddamn time, and I'm a high value man. I ain't got time to play around with your ass, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing, guys. When y'all go on a date with these women, and then she starts shit testing you, and she starts doing a little crap, that's when it's gonna show out. So all that, shout out Nathan, all that pickup crap, faking confidence, it's a short-term fix, but it doesn't work, guys. The only thing that's really gonna get you confident is to do the self-improvement. And I'm surprised that I took off telling guys that about do the self-improvement to get confidence and stuff like that, because that's been around for, guys were telling guys confidence long before I came. The issue I had with guys was, and I got in wars over this when I came to YouTube, was I was telling guys to do the self-improvement to get the confidence. And I was called, I'm teaching beta male game, because I was referred to as teaching guys beta male game, because I'm telling guys that getting money and stuff like that's how you attract women. I wasn't telling guys to get money and give your purpose to attract women, although that it helps. I was telling guys that because I know it builds abundance. It builds confidence. When a man can bring something valuable to the world, it builds confidence. Like I'm worth something. I'm creating empires over here. That makes a man feel more valuable. Because
you got options, man. When you got cash, you got options.
Yeah. I got options now. So I'm not gonna take your crap. And that's facts. And anybody who try to dispute that is they kidding themselves. And so if you have to do that to get the confidence, that's what I want you to do. I don't want you trying to fake it. I want you to get the confidence.
Okay. Any further thoughts on the red pill community itself? They talk a lot about alpha males, beta males. They talk about a lot of hypergamy and these things. It's all separate communities, separate from the MGTOW and the pickup artists. So any kind of comments on that?
Well, the thing with alpha male, beta male, like I was telling your brother the other day, I don't believe in alpha male, beta male. I believe that everything is what that person perceives. So like me and you obviously perceive ourselves as alpha male, so that's how we act. And some guys who are watching this, they perceive themselves as beta male, so that's how they act. And the same goes for women. One woman can see me as an alpha male, and another woman can see me as a beta male. Well, I'm the same person. Well, it's all in that person's perception of what they want, right? Of what they view you as. And that's what's that whole alpha male, beta male. I don't believe there's no universal alpha male or beta male. Regardless of who you are, there's going to be women who will sleep with Leonardo DiCaprio simply the fact that they think that he can improve their career, which means that she only viewed him as a beta male, as in he can provide her with something. She didn't view him as she's trying to get something from him. Guys,
now, if a woman views you as a beta male, do you still bang her?
Yes.
Yeah.
I tell what
I already knew. Tony was telling me that yesterday. I was dying. He's like, I bang them hoes too.
Yeah. Hey, my guys know, man. We fuck them hoes too, man. We don't discriminate. If a woman want to say, like, if I got nice stuff, if I got a nice car, I got a nice house, and I dress nice, and she says, you know what, he looks like he'll be a very good beta male provider. Oh yeah. For 2 dates.
I'm the best beta male provider for 2 dates. That's great. That's funny as shit, dude.
We bang those too. So the issue with that's my take on the alpha male, beta male. As far as the hypergamy and stuff like that, I believe hypergamy is a woman. So what's hypergamy? What brings one woman hypergamy might be different for another. In other words, guys, and I know this is gonna shock some of you guys. Some women don't care about money. I'm gonna tell y'all guys something. I've seen women leave guys with money to go be with a bum. I know y'all like, what? I'm guys, I swear to God, any of y'all who think that movie Casino is just a movie, Anybody who's lived long enough would tell you they've seen women choose a bum, a dude who sleep on his couch, and they had a dude with money. They done left this fool to go sleep with this fool on his mama couch. I'm telling you, I've seen it firsthand. So but that is still hypergamy. She chose what she felt was best for her in that instant. And that's what, when I say hypergamy, a lot of you guys just think money, choose the most money. No, hypergamy is a woman that's just cutthroat and will just do whatever makes her feel good. So the guy who got the money, he's heartbroken. He want to kill himself. Tough shit. I want to be with this guy on this couch. That's what I want to do. So hypergamy makes women cutthroat like that. Any of y'all guys know us men, we not as cutthroat like that. Yeah, we have empathy for, like, I can't do Susan like that, man. Susan helped me out, man. I just can't.
Susie Stu cooked me that dinner one time. That shit was so good. I can't do her wrong.
Yeah, I can't.
I know, man. I know.
Susan did me right. Women ain't like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark did. I don't give a fuck. I want to be over here with Jeff. And yeah, Mark let me stay, and he looked out for me. He took care of my 3 kids. He raised us, and that's out of it. But Jeff, that's what my heart is. The heart wants what the heart wants. And she'll leave that dude cutthroat. So hypergamy, guys, is women's ability to just do what's best in their interest, whatever that makes them feel good. Not money. Not saying that it can't be money. A woman will leave you for, if that's what she values the most. If a woman, if a woman values money over everything, she will leave you for a guy that makes more money. But I'm telling you, sometimes it works the other way, where a woman just likes a guy the way he makes her feel. He makes her tingle, and she'll leave a guy with money to go be with a guy that don't have nothing just because he makes her feel better. But that's still hypergamy.
Yeah. Now, in your opinion, too, does that change over time for each woman? Is that going to adjust as she gets 20s, 30s, 40s, stuff like that?
Yes. Like another thing I teach guys is that, and guys, I hate this one philosophy of the red pill that I hate is that women sleep with the alpha male when they're 20, and then when they're 30, they start looking for the beta male provider. I hate that. I hate that crap, because this is the thing with that, guys. As with us women, we mature and we evolve. The type of women that I would sleep with today is different than the type of women I would sleep with when I was 20 years old. And that has nothing to do with me looking for a sugar mama. That simply means that I've matured, and the type of women that I was attracted to. So when I was 20 years old, I would sleep with hood rats with yellow hair and gold teeth. But they would be beautiful, but they were ratchet. They was very hood, but they had beautiful bodies, pretty faces. But they were just, I would not talk to those type of women today. I don't like hood women these days. Back in the day, only thing that mattered to me was a big butt and big breast and a pretty face. Yep. And I didn't care how hood or ratchet you was. That's what I'm 40 years old now. I don't want to talk to that type of woman. I like a little bit more than just the physical. Now I'm like, what's the conversation about? Can I sit down and have a good talk with you? It's more than just, ooh, she got a big butt. Ooh, and it's the same thing that goes on with women. That when a woman is 20, maybe the little, guy that walks around, with his pants hanging halfway off his ass, and maybe and he's sleeping around with, maybe that was hot then. Now I'm 33. I don't want to deal with that crap. I want a guy that's more stable in his life, and that's more attractive to me now. To whereas I used to hang out with the thugs and the guys that were getting around. That was attractive to me. But now that I'm 33 years old, that's not appealing to me no more. And that's not me looking for a beta male provider. That's just me maturing. And I can speak from this from my opinion. I've done that. The women I used to talk to when I was 20, not all of them, I talked some good, but a lot of the women would just have big butts, pretty face, and big boobs, and nothing upstairs, and wouldn't have a job. A lot of them wouldn't have a job. A lot of them had no plans for the future. They were just attractive. I promise you, Tony, I wouldn't even sleep with that now. I wouldn't even waste my time with nothing like that. All the women I'm attracted to now is, even though I'm not looking for a relationship and nothing like that, I'm looking for a positive woman that have goals in life. I can't even talk to that. What's you gonna be talking about? Crap
Disney Plus, man. Disney Plus is what they're talking about.
I don't even want to sleep with that. I don't even want to deal with that. And that's not me looking for a sugar mama now. That's just me maturing and looking for more than just, oh, she's hot. And so y'all guys got to understand that once a woman matures, she's 32, 33, 34 years old. What was appealing to her when she was 19 to 20, it's just not simply going to be appealing. She wants a man that's more stable. That's just maturity. All right.
Yeah.
Now, can possibly a woman who was 20 and now she's looking for a beta male, can that exist? Yes. But to make a generalization like that, I think it's crazy when I just think we all evolve as human beings. All right. You could be a guy that lived the bachelor lifestyle. I think Sean Connery didn't get married till he was 55 or 57 or something like that. Damn. And he lived the bachelor life all his life. And he finally, that don't mean that just means that he evolved and he changed. He's like, okay, his taste buds changed. Like, I don't want to sleep with 1,000 women a year no more, date 1,000 women, just one. And that's just what happens, guys. We all evolve in human beings. And then you guys go back and watch my first 10 videos and then watch my last 10 and see how much AMS has evolved. And I'm quite sure 3 years from now, if I'm still doing this, I'm going to be evolved some more. And that I might be making financial videos where I just don't even want to talk about women no more. And as we live, we just evolve and change. I know I done changed so many times throughout my life, man, that I think we all change. So that's what I think about the whole beta male provider and women doing all hypergamy, yes. That people just evolve.
Yeah, I've had the same experience, man. I wanted to say that as I've aged and matured, that my tastes have matured and stuff. Mm-hmm. 10 years ago, if some girl was talking to me about Netflix or something, I might have been more, okay with it. But mm-hmm. now I'm just like, I don't want to talk about this shit. Right. I don't care that you even brought it up is just kind of odd. Like, there's nothing else better. Like I can do better than that. It's a value thing too. Like, I know I can do better than this. I know there's more interesting women out there. Stuff like that. Exactly. Better values and they match better and all that stuff. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Because when I used to take those other girls, those girls were beautiful. Yeah. Even with the yellow and purple hair, like even with that, like they still was like banging, like, but they was just so ratchet, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, now I couldn't even You
just don't want it in your life.
Yeah, I just don't want that crap in my life, man. I about 3 years ago, I matched with a girl on Match, right? And she sent me a message and I had no idea. Just looking at her, she's seen got on date ratchet as hell. I'm like, oh God. I had no idea from looking at the pictures, right? She just looked normal. On the date, she ratchet as hell. And I'm like, oh God, I ain't had one of these in a long time. Just as ratchet. I'm like, oh my God. I said, no, bro, let me get out of here. And that's the thing. I didn't want to fuck her. I don't want to fuck her. I don't want to deal with that.
Yep. A quick shout out, by the way, we got a couple super chats here from MGTOW Ghost Sun, 1999. Mm-hmm. Thank you, sir. Thank you for all you both do for men. The system has shifted masculine strength from men to women, and because great men limit big government and women don't. After 3 years, I found my purpose and worked 12, 16 hours, 5 days a week. He sent another one too, same guy. Finding purpose in life takes time because of all this beta male conditioning society pushes on men and making men more feminine. When you find purpose in life, your entire mindset will never be the same. Life becomes better. Thanks for the super chat, sir.
Shout out, brother. Good shit, man. I like seeing that.
Yeah. So we're a little bit over 90 minutes here. We'll kind of start winding down. I do want to round out. You mentioned a lot. You talked a lot about basically cooperating with people now, collaborating, things like that. Mm-hmm. And for 14 years, that's been my experience too. I've loved doing that since day one. Mm-hmm. Even when I did my first conference back in 2007, the under 21 convention for young men, I only spoke at it a little bit. The other 99% was other speakers. And I've always done that. So, and I've been doing it now 14 years. And we got you speaking there. We got Coach Greg Adams, we got Elliot Hulse. We got a bunch of guys, man, coming out. So I wanted to pull it up and just pop question. Who are you most excited to meet at the event as a speaker, like a fellow speaker?
Who are I already collab with Coach Greg. Let me see what's going up the list. Yep. Let's see.
Yes, pop question. We got Terrence Pop there, if you know him from YouTube, big dude. Steve Burley, no. Jack Murphy, Steve the Dean Williams.
I'll probably say I'll go with Elliot Hulse.
Okay, yeah, there you go, man. Elliot's savage as fuck, man. I love him. Great dude.
Yeah, Elliot Hulse.
Yep. We brought him on last year for the event. I even got him. You can't see it on here because it's like cut off. But
I
yeah,
was into Elliot host with the fitness channel.
Yeah. Strength Camp. Yeah, it's about 2 million subscribers.
Yeah, I was into Elliot host with that right there.
Yeah. I think a lot of millennials. Elliot got so popular, people like grew up with him. He was like a mentor. I think that's what you're doing for now. You're the next Elliot Hulse, man.
Yeah,
you're blowing up.
Yeah. He was one of the first people that, besides the Hodge twins, I think he might have been the second person that I found when I found the fitness videos about maybe 8 years ago. I think he was like the second one behind the Hodge twins.
Yeah. I like the Hodge twins. Yeah, they say Elliot is their. They joke that Elliot's like a third cousin or something. The third twin. Yeah,
they do kind of favor them though.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate being on the show today, man. This has been great. Really look forward to having you out at the event, meeting you, shaking your hand. Guys, Alpha Male Strategies will be at the 21 convention coming up here in Orlando, Florida. Biggest event we ever done, October 1st to 4th, 2020. 3 events total. This is the main event he'll be speaking at, alongside Coach Greg Adams, Elliot Hulse, a bunch of guys. Make sure you get tickets. And we're going to have a volunteer opportunity soon, too. We're going to take about 12 volunteers, and you can check the YouTube community tab for details on that. Make sure you check out Alpha Male Strategies at alphamalestrategies.com. And you can get his books on Amazon. Just type Alpha Male Strategies. He's got 3 of them. He's got the money one, the advanced game, and the main one. Here we go. Yeah, I really appreciate your time, man. It's been a fun show.
Thank you, brother.
Good for you guys. Any closing words for what men today need to hear in the world today in 2020? It's been a wild year.
The main thing, guys, is if nothing else, this pandemic and stuff has taught us the main thing we need in life is need purpose and investments. All right. The guys who had investments and stuff like that, we taking this and we don't have to worry about nothing. This is why it's very important for you guys to make sure you invest in your money, not just buying crap. If you want to buy crap later. Get your money to working for you first. That way, if you buy liabilities, it don't mean right now. I'm comfortable, and that's and I ain't talking about just YouTube. I'm talking about the money I got invested into the index funds and stuff like that. And for my guys out there, well, I wouldn't say real estate right now is probably good, but y'all guys get what I mean. We men need to get on our purpose and have investments.
All right, fuck yeah, man. Well, maybe we'll have you on again sometime. Very much appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Everyone else appreciate you tuning in live to the show. Super chats, likes, comments, all that helps the video. Greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you next Saturday, 11:30 a.m. And we'll have new guests on next weekend, special guest again. Peace out and see you guys next weekend. And thank you again, AMS.
Thank you, brother.